How did I end up in foster care? My name is Darionna Bryant from Danville, Illinois, a small town I used to live with my dad and mom. But a lot has happened, and today I'm getting used to being in foster care. My my brother and my cousin and I will always fight with each other. I used to hate when my cousin would bully me or make fun of me because I had short hair and she had longer hair. I always wanted to be like her, but in reality, we got different hair textures from our parents. One day, my mom and my dad found a house down the street from my grandma. My brother and my cousin and I will always go outside with our friends, but one day, me and my brother did something bad. My brother hit our friend's window, and we got in trouble with our father, and we got punished real bad. I wanted to do something to my dad. I couldn't. When I was younger, he always make me mad and tease a whole bunch, and it does make me mad. But I was so quiet and scared to say something. I'm very shy to say anything to anyone. And people think I'm very weird because I don't talk to anyone. But when my mom had her fifth baby, we moved to another house and we moved far away from our grandma that I'm very close to and always love. But when we moved to our new house, one night my dad and my cousin got into it. I don't know what happened, but my mom took me and my five sons to our grandma house. Since that night, we barely see our mom and our dad. I guess our grandma was our guardian, and it was a rough time for our grandma to take care of us. There was a lot of drama, and I would sometimes hear my mom and her sister arguing in the other room. When we were trying to sleep, one night it got real bad, and the police came. Living in that house, that there were always fighting and stress and arguments and yelling, and I couldn't stand being around that situation. It makes me feel that I had a worse childhood. The day came when me and my brother started school. It was horrible. I would get bullied by girls because my hair was short. My mom made me put on a wig because she didn't want to do my hair. And one of the kids pulled it off of me when she passed me in the hallway. And I was so embarrassed. I cried in the classroom with my hair down. I kept crying and crying until I got home. And I was so angry at my mother. I didn't want to talk to her. I stayed in my grandma's room until I fell asleep. The next day when my grandma got a phone call, someone was saying they're going to be foster kids until they get their situation right. When my grandma told me, I ran outside crying behind the house, and I said, this can't be happening, this can't be happening. So I went back inside, and my eyes were puffy and red. My face was red. I went to go to sleep and get all the stress and pain off of me, and I just couldn't anymore. I felt like I didn't have anyone in my life. It just seems like me and my siblings, that's it. Next morning when my grandma woke me up, I saw bags packed with our clothes in the hallway. As me and my siblings were getting dressed and my grandma started to cry, and then someone knocked at the door. It was a black woman and a white woman, and they were grabbing our bags, and my siblings and I started to cry. And we didn't want to leave, and those people were saying, we don't have a choice, let's go. We said goodbye to our grandma. We got in the car, and they were silent. They stopped at McDonald's. We were driving in the car silently. I could see at the window. We were heading to Champaign. When we got to Champaign, we were pulling up to a random house. They told us that we could not all go together and that we had to split up into different homes. I was shocked and I started crying. I pulled out my phone and started recording so I can make memories with them before we go our separate ways. So when it was just me and my little sister approached the house. I was nervous. The house was gorgeous. The foster parent name is Miss Angela Evans. She adopted a lot of kids. She was introducing us to her house. She showed us our room. I never ever had my own room at my grandma's house because there was too many family members living there. So we always had to sleep in the living room. So Angela tried to do my hair. I didn't want anyone or a stranger to touch my hair. But me and my sister got used to the family members, and I started to go to Edison Middle School. I didn't know anyone. My foster mom took me there with a person to show me around. I used to get bullied by kids because I was in a special classroom. In 2022, I was having a good life, tried to forget things, and I did basketball in 7th grade. I'm doing track now. I talk to my mom a lot and see her a lot. I know I'm happy it's 2024, and hopefully I will go home pretty soon with my grandma and my cousins, mostly everybody. I know I wish I could see my dad, but all the things he put me through, the pain and the stress, and I can't stand talking to him, but he's still my dad after all. As I grow up, I have to figure out where all these things fit into my life. It's been confusing, but I hope it will make sense again one day. I'm grateful to Miss Angela, but hope I can go back to my life with my family and my mom and my grandma can have a better life too.